Guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have got a brand new support memory here in Dokkan. It is this one right here. This we're able to get from the new Dragon Ball story that just released. This seems like a pretty good support memory. Well, at least has good animation. I don't know how good this is going to be in terms of like using it. Like, I do like to push support memories as a way to help free-to-play players beat a lot of the missions that might be scattered throughout the game. And certainly, I guess this is a support memory that could do that, but maybe not as easily as some other just, I mean, much easier to use support memories, I guess. I don't know. All right, so this right here, this is Goku's Compassion. On turn 4, Exploding Rage category allies will get 15% attack and defense. And then from turn 4, if there's a Battle of Fate enemy, all allies will get 2 ki for 1 turn. So we need to fight a Battle of Fate enemy, and we need to be using mostly an Exploding Rage team to sort of get the full effect of the support memory. I mean, it can be useful depending upon what it is. Like, if we build a specific team where most characters would get these buffs, if we're fighting a Battle of Fate enemy, you know, these things can kind of work out. So I guess let's jump into a, you know, fight against a Battle of Fate enemy using an Exploding Rage team, and we'll use the new Goku's Compassion support memory. Alright guys, here we go. This is our Exploding Rage team. The entire team we're running here is Exploding Rage. I'm going to do a fight I have not done in quite a while. Red Zone Omega Shenron. Now, we're actually going to be going right back into Red Zone Omega Shenron soon because Red Zone movie Boss Rush, or, well, GT Boss Rush is coming. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what celebration when this is going to actually show up for us. The GT movie Boss Rush is going to be very, very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to try and play it cool here. We are in a fight that's not really as difficult as some other fights, but this is just the first fight that came into mind for me where we could run, because, I mean, Bardock, I mean, we could get him through, like, any fight against, like, a Battle of Fate enemy. Like, you know, we could go into the Supreme Battle Spectacle Beast or something like that. Like, it would work. But, you know, I was just like, yeah, you know, although HLR Gohan is probably the weakest character we have on the team. Although, to be fair, Tech Carnival Goku doesn't really work well. Problem with EGL Bardock does become a dodge. Like, he's going to be dodge or die once he transforms, right? Like, it's like he's going to have some defensive ability, but it's not going to be nearly enough. Bardock could have been good if, like, so, like, his turn 1, like, when we look at him, if we would just add 500k defense to his turn 1 performance, I think Bardock would be a lot better. Only 500k defense, and he'd be really good, man. He'd be really good. I remember back in the day, this fight used to be tough, because this phase, you know, sometimes he'd lock, sometimes he'd seal. It could be very brutal. The no-item run for this was so tough, man. Like, it's just, we had no good characters back then. It was crazy. Alright, Beastie Boy. What do we have here? Okay, well, you know what? Sure. I do kind of want to get HLR Gohan some stacks here, but I think we'll just leave it in Beast's hands. How about that? We'll just leave it in Beast's hands. I think Omega, if he supers here, he debuffs, right? Well, this is Sin Shenron. But if he supers us, I believe he does debuff. I think it's just an attack and offensive debuff. Again, it's been a while since I've done this fight. I stopped doing this as a showcase fight once the Shadow Dragon Omega fight came out, because I was like, okay, like, I don't know that I need to be doing 2 different Omega fights when one is just, like, way harder in every way. Okay, here we go, here we go. Bardock. Okay, so see that 177k defense? If we just added 500k defense to that right there, like, he'd be really good. That's all. That's all, guys. That's all. I'm gonna put Bardock in slot 1. Screw it. Yeah, I am. Let's go. Slot 1 Bardock. Here we go. We have a lot of dodge. No worries. Do not worry. Like, we'll be good. We're gonna get a nice little stackaroo right here. Bam! Way more defense. And then additional normal, of course. There's the super attack. Okay, sure. We're dodging. Nope. 250. Yeah, guys, he's great. He's awesome. He's incredible, actually. He's a demon. All right, so now Broly will probably just sit this Omega down, right? And then next turn, we'll be going up against into Omega. Maybe. I do have a lot of crits on my Broly, so he can give us some crits. Maybe this STR Sin. Wait, is this still Sin? Yeah, this is Sin still. This STR Sin, he's got some, you know, a little tanky. This guy was really tough back when this fight first came out, too, by the way. Because this Sin, the type coverage was just so toxic. Because we didn't really have characters who could tank in Omega's normals. In Omega's normals, they hit so hard, nobody could tank them. Like, it was obnoxious. So it's like you needed to use physical characters, but then you go into this phase, and this guy has type advantage over you. So it's like, you know, I remember using Weirus and Easy A Physical Kefla, like characters like that were on my team. And it was still very difficult. Wow, okay, so we actually did not finish this Omega in one turn. Okay, sure. So here's the support memory right here. Well, bam. So this is Goku's Compassion. Let's see. So this is where Goku gives his ki to Frieza after Frieza pleads for his life. Dude. These do need to be voiced, so that's the one thing. They do look great, though. I do love the animations. Now, again, I, am required by law to mention how people were very upset about that because they used that animation for a support memory. But again, just because they did that does not mean that they can't use, like, parts of that or the full thing in other animations, right? Like Dokkan, like they're constantly reusing and flipping and remixing certain like stages and events. Like that's just they're always going to be doing that. I don't think that there's anything, right? Like, okay, so on that turn, by the way, we had the extra stats and we had extra ki as well. Now the ki only lasts for one turn. I mean, I guess the one thing though is that we just had what's his name take advantage of it, right? All right, so we can see that my Broly doesn't have his intro up anymore, but the friend Broly does have his intro up. So I guess we'll probably pop this, and we'll just go ahead and kill Omega with Transform Broly. So right here, we do have the support memory buff activated, though, for this rotation. We don't have the ki, but the actual stats are up right now. All right, so there we go. Time to finish this off right here. Goodbye. Well, that was fun. An opportunity to let Broly run wild is always fun, actually. Oh, the dodge. Dude, he could do everything. He could dodge, he could crit, he could additional. He's supporting. He's crazy, man. 28. Yeah, that support memory buff is kicking in, all right. That's what happens. The support memory buffs are crazy. All right, there's a nice little critty right there. We've got 50 more supers coming in, Omega, so do not worry. You are definitely not surviving this turn, my boy. Yeah, support memories are actually, like, supremely powerful, too. I mean, it depends on, like, when the stats go up and stuff like that. But a lot of the permanent buffing support memories are also super good. Like, we're only one Super Battle Road stage from getting the Android 18 support memory, which is going to be super good. right? But like, you know, think about the Android Cell Saga or the Namek Saga ones that give the 15% permanent stats. Like, those are just like so monstrously good, right? Okay, there we go. So that is that. We got the Omega stage cleared, and we saw the Goku's Compassion support memory. I don't know how good this one is compared to a lot of others. I think, like, I could see a lot of value in a lot of support memories, just kind of like throwing it out, you know, in certain Super Battle Road stages. To me, like, well, I don't know. I was going to say Super Battle Road would be where support memories would help the most, but it probably would be like Red Zone missions and stuff. I think Red Zone missions and those types of stages, those would be where support memories could be at their maximum. So it's like, you know, you have to use the category or whatever, and then you could just bring a support memory, you know, kind of like suited to your team there. And then the extra stats would really be able to help, especially if it's one of these Red Zone or Supreme Battle Spectacle no item type missions. Support memories are really good for that. So there we go. There was the Goku's Compassion support memory. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.